Hello again to another What I Eat in a Week. This one is a little delayed. I was supposed to actually upload this last Friday, but I missed it obviously. So I'm just gonna upload it whenever I can now. But yeah, let's get started to another weekly eats. So first, I actually had some leftovers from a dinner the night before when I went out with my friend. So here we just had some tonkatsu, which is fried pork. And then we also had some mac and cheese. And then also some this like stuffed quesadilla that has like bulgogi in it and stuff. So it was a very Korean fusion kind of inspired area or restaurant that we went to. It tasted really good. And then because everything was really oily and heavy, I wanted some watermelons to wash down the heaviness. And then for another meal, I had some McDonald's. So I just had a cheeseburger with some fries. And I think I ordered dessert as well. So I ordered a McFlurry and I was eating this while I was playing some computer games. And then the next day I had some ramen. I guess I was feeling really heavy from the day before, so I had a pretty simple dish. This is just ramen with kimchi and a boiled egg. And I'm just heating up my favorite ramen. This is Jin ramen, the spicy version. It just tastes really savory and good. I don't know what it is about it. It hits at the right spot, and I think I'll always remember this as my hangover soup for when I went out clubbing and stuff. So it hits me in a different way. I don't know what got into me that day. Maybe I just wanted something warm because it's getting colder. But yeah, and then I had a chocolate almond vanilla Haagen-Dazs ice cream bar. I know I'm talking a lot in the video. I think I was talking to my best friend Vicky. Anyways, and then for dinner that day, my mom made some beef. I don't know how she does it, but this just pulls apart so nicely, and it is covered in this kind of like curry turmeric base, and it actually has potatoes. My dad makes some bok choy for me, and I had this over rice. Oh, and then I did order some cookies from McDonald's, I believe. So I was having some chocolate chip cookie from McDonald's and some black sesame soy milk that I had at my local grocery store. And then the next day, I am having a berry blue smoothie with just some spinach. Actually, not spinach. What are they called? I forget what they're called, but they're just like hollow stem, and it kind of looks like leafy greens. And I had 2 hard-boiled eggs with it, and of course I have to show some yolk poppin' deliciousness. And then the next day I am making some pesto pasta. I think this time around I actually did have firm tofu. So here I'm just chopping up some green pepper into bite-sized pieces, and I'm cooking this using extra virgin olive oil I think this is on a medium heat right now. And I actually have a pot of boiling water with my pasta already in there. Forget what pasta I used for this. It might have a penne. So I do have that on a side with salt water. And now I am just cutting up I think this is firm tofu, also in bite-sized pieces. I don't know why, I really like tofu with like savory or like really with dishes with a lot of like spice and flavor, because I think the tofu just sucks it up a lot. And I really wanted more pine nut in my pesto, but I didn't have pine nut, so I just opted for using garlic for a little bit more like taste, because I really like kind of chewing into the pine nut a little bit. Then I am throwing in my cooked pasta into the pot with also some of the pasta water, and I'm just using whatever leftover pesto I have left from the other time around, and luckily I had just enough for this batch. And I wanted a little bit more flavor, so I added in some onion and also I think this is black pepper. And now I'm just having my dinner with a glass of red wine. I'm gonna do a better job telling you all what the wine is, because I always pour it and I forget. But like I said, I'll do a better job. I get it all from Winc. They're a wine subscription. I'll link them down below. I'm not getting paid for it or anything. Just letting you know where I got my wine. And the day before, I didn't finish my berry brew smoothie, so I'm just having it the leftover for lunch the next day. I'm also having some of the pesto pasta for my lunch as well. And then my mom actually, she broiled brownies but so it came out looking like cake, but I had some brownies as dessert. And then for dinner that day, my mom and dad made just stir-fried egg noodles with Chinese sausage, and my mom actually fried up some, I think this is veggie or potato samosas. And I believe you can get these veggie samosa already like frozen in a package if you have a Indian grocery store near you, but yo, these come in clutch. It's so good. And then I had some, I think this is taro with sago and milk. It's really sweet, but it tastes really good. I love it. The next day I had some fish cake with rice noodles as my lunch. And this is just covered in peanut sauce and soy sauce. My mom, I guess I had like a really pasta week. My mom made some meatball and spaghettis, but her own version, and she actually used her own, or she makes her own spaghetti or tomato sauce. So that's why it's a little bit less red, because it's actual tomato that she used. And we didn't use a paste or anything, but it still tastes really good and really healthy. And I think I'm just having whatever wine that I had the other day, but I forgot the name of it, so sorry. Then I just had some gummies. What are they called? I don't know. But I had some gummies as dessert. And the next day I had some shrimp rice noodle. Ugh, I missed dim sum so much. But I just had soy sauce. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I'm getting so hungry just thinking about it right now. And I also had some hot tea with it. And my dad actually got rice porridge as well, but it was just plain rice porridge. So I added in some hot edamame, as well as some fish balls that I had from Hot Pot that I did over the weekend. And then for dessert, I just had some Ime milk pearl milk iced tea. The thing is, these pearls aren't really like the boba or bubble pearls that you would find in the brown sugar ice cream bars. These are definitely more jelly-like, and I'm not the biggest fan of them, but it's not bad. I really wish they were like bubble tea, because that would have been awesome. Then I worked out, so I was hungry, and I had a Lara bar, the peanut butter cookie flavor. And then for dinner, I had some bamboo shoot and a sour leaf kind of like sauteed together with some chili. So yeah, my dad made some scrambled egg and cabbage in addition to the sour leaf and bamboo shoot. Just had that over rice, and it tastes really good. And then for dessert, I had some mango signature mango pomelo ice cream. This was so expensive. This thing cost $7.99. It tastes good without a doubt. Like, mango ice cream really does hit me, and I do like the pomelo, but damn was it expensive. I was kind of shitting on it for being so expensive, and I was like, I would never buy this again. And then I kept eating one scoop after another scoop, and I finished this in 2 sittings. And then the next day, I think I'm just having some DIY hot pot, so or whatever it is at this point. I'm just boiling up some bok choy and also my shin ramen, and then I had some leftover I guess toppings from the hot pot that I did that I wanted to use up. I added in some thinly sliced beef, And then I am putting in some of like fish balls. So that one's like a fish cake with beef in the middle, and then that green and white looking little dumpling actually has, I think, lobster in it. And I also had other fish ball meatballs that I added in as well. And if you go to your local like Asian or Chinese supermarkets, they usually have like a selection of different fish balls or frozen stuff that you can add in for your hot pot, and I usually just pick up like a ton of stuff there. I definitely go a little crazy and end up getting too much and spend a little bit more than I want to, but it's all good. I actually spilled a little bit on my sweater, so it's not a different day, it's the same day. And I had a pandesal or flandesal as my cousin would call it, and it's just this loaf of bread with flan stuffed in it. And then for dinner that day, I am having some mix or some noodles with minced chicken. I don't know what it's called necessarily, but it is a savory dish. I forget what the base has. I think it's turmeric. Burmese people use turmeric in a lot of their bases. And then for dessert, my cousin made us Oreo cream puffs, so that is what I'm having there. Then the next day, I'm having some revived superfood. I believe this is the Grass is Greener smoothie, which is very healthy tasting. And because it was a little too healthy, I guess I wanted to eat burgers and fries with it. And I just had a double cheeseburger, and I love these like hand cut thick fries because it's so good. And I think I'm dipping it in like spicy mayo or like honey mustard, whatever the restaurant had given us. Oh, and I also had some onion rings with it, and their onion rings are huge. It's like at least 2 inches thick. Like, look at that, it's huge. And then for dinner, I had something a little bit lighter. This is just veggies in kind of like a stew. So here we have I think it's a gourd, and then eggplant, and then also potato, and okra. Oh my gosh, how could I forget the okra? And this is just a really nice winter comfort food kind of dish, which is really healthy as well because there's just a lot of veggies included in there. And then I pretty much just finished the rest of this mango pomelo ice cream from Mango the next day because I couldn't help myself. It's honestly so good. Anyways, that's it for what I've eaten. I hope y'all like this video. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all in another week of what I eat in another one. Bye.